Welcome back. Today we're just going to have a short video. We're going to talk about the signings of Sebastian Aho, Logan Cooley, and the Matt Murray conspiracy. Starting off with Logan Cooley, who signs a 3-year entry-level contract with the Arizona Coyotes to the maximum possible deal one could give a kid these days. So he's got a $950,000 cap hit with $3.5 million wrapped up in bonuses. So his AAV could turn into 4.45. Now, of course, he said he was not going to join the Coyotes this coming season. He was going to return to Minnesota for school for sophomore season, and he apparently had a change of heart, right? I guess, of the reasons he mentioned, Coyotes got more competitive on paper, and he felt he was NHL ready, etc., etc. I'm sure money had something to do with that, too. So, good for Coyote fans, not so much for Minnesota Duluth fans. Where are we going to see him in the lineup? I don't know. Maybe on the second line, in between like a Zucker and a Kerfoot, or a Kerfoot and a Kraus, perhaps. You let me know where you think in the comment section below. Love to hear from you. Moving on, let's talk about Sebastian Aho and his deal and the repercussions of that too, right? So Aho signs a 8-year deal. You'd think you might not see as much of those in these days in the NHL, but with a AAV of 9.75, and I won't bore you with the breakdown. I've thrown up some screenshots of Puckpedia and Cap Friendly just to give you the breakdown there, so shout out to those guys for their help. And I think this is a good deal for both the club and the player. Some Devils fans might say he's overpaid because of what they ended up paying Meyer and Hughes and Bratt and Hirscher. I can never say that name properly. But I think Aho is a better point per game player, and is the #1 center, also plays defense, has amazing playoff numbers, etc., etc. Some of the meandering questions that are lingering out there on the great World Wide Web is how's this going to affect William Nylander's contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs and Elias Pettersson's from the Vancouver Canucks. Now, starting with Nylander, he's coming off a 6.9-ish deal his last season with the Leafs. He just cracked 40 goals for the first time this season, total of 87 points. He's also very good in the playoffs, just like Aho is point-wise. Not the same player defensively, obviously, and of course, there's a positional difference. Previously, Nylander hadn't cracked the 34-goal mark, which is the season before this past one, and before that, it was 22 goals. So this was definitely a coming out season for the kid, and he's a little older. He's 27 years old, I want to say. Yeah, just had a birthday in May. Aho is, I want to say, 1 year younger. He's like 26. Yep. Yeah, just had a birthday, obviously, just recently. I would think Nylander would definitely come in under $10 million, which I hear is what he's asking for. I think Aho playing 1C and Nylander playing on the second line as a winger would affect where that money comes in for Willie as well. Seeing a bit more sheltered minutes compared to a player like Aho. Aho is also a bigger point per game than Nylander, if I remember correctly. So maybe Nylander comes in around 9-ish, give or take, a couple $100,000. And then you look at Elias Pettersson, and he's not that much younger, but he's 24. He'll be 25 in November. He had a really big breakout season this year with 102 points. Nowhere near his closest to that, which was 68 in the season before that one, and then 66 twice in the 2 seasons before that as well. He also hit a career high in goals with 39 this past season. He only has 1 playoff appearance, but he has 18 points in 17 games, and he's in the plus category. Because of his position and the slight age difference, I could see Pettersson maybe getting a little more than Nylander, maybe a little less than Aho. Maybe he doesn't sign for a full 8 years. Maybe it's more like 4 or 5. Ditto with Nylander. I think he's only going to sign for a 3 or 4 year deal. I think that's what it's going to come down to, if he's not traded, of course. Insert the Ottawa Senators have landed Vladimir Tarasenko. Of course, that happened while I was shooting my video. They signed him to a 1-year, $5 million deal. So if you look at it as they lose DeBrincat and save, 2 point whatever million dollars, not a bad trade-off. But the deal is, can Vlad put up 30 goals-ish again? Now, the past couple seasons, he's been okay. Has played at the most 38 games. But after those few surgeries of the shoulder he had back with St. Louis, he played 75 games, 82 points, 34 of those were goals. And this guy has scored over 30 goals over a handful of times. So he's definitely motivated, right? Because he's going to be 32 in December, and he's playing out for his final contract. So you would think they should be getting a pretty jazzed player into the lineup now. Question is, where is he going to play? My guess might be on the second line alongside Norris and Batherson. We'll see. And if they can get some good goaltending, maybe Sanderson and Brandstrom take a step on defense, this team may be able to fight for first in the Atlantic. Dare I say. Okay, anyways, now back to your regular programming. And now, time for the pièce de résistance. Matt Murray going on LTIR for the Leafs, which could be for the season. Well, depending on which publication you read, because the Score says he will start on LTIR for the season. Will he get better? He's had a combo of different types of injuries. Ankle, I want to say. I think back might be one. Obviously, concussions are the biggest one. Now, I know what you're going to say. The conspiracy theorists out there will be like, well, hey, they said he was healthy and he backed up Joseph Wall in the last 2 games in the playoffs. Maybe the Leafs had no choice. Fully expected him not to play. Maybe he still had some lingering issues, but had no intentions of playing him whatsoever. And of course, he didn't. I just think the Leafs are also not the only ones to do stuff like this. Look at Vegas, look at Tampa, etc., etc. Bury guys and then, bring them back in the playoffs. In this case, though, I don't think you'll be seeing Murray at all. And this could be a Rubidas Island situation where he just disappears. Or if he does come back, say after his contract ends this season with another team at, say, the minimum, with bonuses attached to games played or something like that, takes a year off, gets his head in the proper order, gives his body some rest, and he comes back and plays. Or he just, slowly disappears into the wind. For his sake, I do hope he gets better, if that means with or without hockey in his future. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up right there. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And if you want to support me in this YouTube gig, I'd really appreciate it. You can do that by going to my crowdfunding page. Down in the description box below, it's called Buy Me a Coffee. Or you can just go to my YouTube homepage and you'll find a link right there. Thanks again. I hope you're having a great summer. And yeah, hope to see you soon.